Hello fellow-litas, and happy start to the holiday season. As I am recording this right now, it is actually the morning of the American Thanksgiving holiday. I've only got a little bit of time to film before I go off to the Thanksgiving festivities at my in-laws' house, so I wanted to tackle the smallest and least daunting thing on my pile, which happens to be my dream aesthetic. So if it wasn't already obvious from the title of this video or from my vaguely Marie Antoinette inspired makeup look today, what I'm about to review is a plus-size, custom-sized Lolita version of the very famous Chemise à la Reine. Now, there have been many historical costuming YouTubers who have already done videos on the historical garment. This is not about that. This is specifically a Lolita-inspired take on that garment, and I'm really excited that something like this has been made available in plus sizes, but as always with a Taobao custom-sized purchase, we just don't know what we're getting really. So today, I'm gonna open the dress up, I'm gonna look at it a little bit, and then we're going to talk about how it fits me, and hopefully I'll do like a try on and cord thing. Before we go any further, let me put something on so that I don't have to worry about showing y'all my training bruises. Here we go. Back to the dress. Ordering custom sized garments is really hit or miss, and I would say that usually the further you are from the standard size range, the more risky it is. I'd also say that the more measurements you require to get a good fit, the riskier the purchase will be. So for example, if you're ordering a custom sized skirt, the only things that matter are really the waist and the length of the skirt. That's 2 measurements, and that's much safer than, say, a JSK, where you've got the bust measurement and the bodice length and the waist measurement and the skirt length. And today I am reviewing a custom-sized OP, which means that I also have to worry about the shoulder width and the bicep circumference on top of everything else. And the dress I ordered has these different interchangeable colorful belts that I got. I got quite a few of the colors, partially because I couldn't decide on just one for this Marie Antoinette fantasy that I'm going for, and also because I thought in the event that they fit me, they're going to be very useful for coordinating with the rest of my wardrobe. You can just slap a thick belt on when you don't feel like the dress is flattering to your proportions and you're not a fan of where the waistline sits on you. And as a tall, plus size, and swole Lolita, that happens to me a lot. Finding a belt that is Lolita appropriate is a struggle in and of itself, especially when you're plus size, so I decided I was going to stock up assuming that they would fit me. So the Taobao shop that I ordered this from roughly translates to Resplendent Galaxy, and the dress is called the Farewell to Rococo OP. I ordered this dress in June of this year, and it has been sitting on my pile for at least a month, probably more. I know, I'm bad, I'm working on it. Back in June, I had barely started my wrestling back up. My measurements have changed a bit since I ordered this. For a quick peep at my current measurements, please check this size chart that I am going to put over here. According to my spreadsheet, I got this dress sized for a 118 centimeter bust, 99 centimeter waist, height of 182 centimeters, shoulder width of 41 centimeters, and arm circumference of 44 centimeters. My arms are about 42 centimeters, so I think I'll be fine in the arm department. I definitely asked for larger than I thought was necessary because I was so worried about the OP not fitting. And my bust has been pretty consistent. I know that with the right undergarments I can get back to the 118 centimeter bust, but the waist has gone up by 3 centimeters and my shoulders have also gotten bigger by 2 centimeters. So I'm not really sure this is going to fit me. This might end up being a very short video. I got the belt for this dress in 4 different colors based on what I thought would integrate well with my wardrobe and what I most wanted to wear with the dress. The blue, the green, the pink, and the red. And here it is, fresh out of the box. Looks like this one came with a garment bag, or not? What is this? I'm confused. It's a bunch of little bags and some postcards which also say Resplendent Galaxy on them. Yep, really not sure why they sent me all these bags within bags. Right into the landfill they go. So right off the bat, here are the belts, and they do seem like they will be quite long, but this, I don't know how well this will fit my waist actually. It looks like this is meant to fit a much smaller waist than mine. We'll have to see how that goes, but they're certainly long enough that they will tie around me. Maybe this isn't the worst investment after all. So that's the blue. It's referred to as cyan, but I think of this more as navy. Here is the green. It kind of looks beige on camera from what I'm seeing in the viewfinder, but it really is more of like a grayish mossy green, very au natural, and I think this will go really well with some of my more classic cords like my Hey Newly Enchanted Fawn JSK. Here is the pink. It's a pretty dusty rose, and if we're talking straight up just what I want to wear with this dress, I think it was really neck and neck between the pink, which is just so youthful and feminine, and the red, which is slightly more mature, very classic. So here's the pink, and here's the red, which is a wine red. The material for these is really nice. It's a very soft satin. It's not super shiny. And yeah, I just hope that they're flattering on me. Those didn't come in a plus size. This dress did. So let's look at the dress. Wow. Oh my God, I hope you fit me. Yes! So as far as I can remember, I didn't see any back views of this dress when I ordered it, and I thought it would be a one-size dress, but look, it's got shirring, which means that the waist and bust measurements are probably going to be less of an issue than I thought they would. Cross your fingers for me. Wow. Be still my freaking frilly heart. Okay, so there's a lot going on here, and I don't want to spend too much time going over the details of the dress, but I do want to point out a couple of things. For one, the body of this dress and the underlayer here, it's got this really subtle floral design woven into the dress, and I could not tell at all from the stock photos that they had with the listing, but this is just lovely. It's also really soft. It feels like good quality cotton. And this lace is not like thick and plasticky and crunchy at all. It's also just really soft netting down here. And then there's another layer of what feels like cotton, or at least a very high quality polyester blend under here, which is making up the lining. The dress is much heavier than I expected it to be. And it's also much more voluminous and much more textured than I expected. Look at this netting layer, right? So this feels very much the same as this down here, but it's got these layers of inset lace sewn on, and it does look like the lace is just sewn on top instead of being like an actual inset layer. So the historical costuming community will probably have feelings about that. My feeling is that this is probably much easier to produce, and it's probably going to be a lot sturdier, so I'm here for it. So far, just tactilely, this lace here at the border of the outermost layer is the least high quality feeling. This one does feel more plasticky and stiff, but when you look at all of it as a sum total, with this lace here being very soft, all of this being soft, all of this being soft, basically any area that's going to come into actual contact with your skin is soft and lovely and luxurious. Y'all, I'm such a fan. Now it looks like there's plenty of room in the bust for me here. You can tell that it's already got a lot of curvation here. It's got some pleating and pin tucking and some like gathering through here at the waist, and I think that's just going to help the chest kind of billow outward, but there's already plenty of room, I can tell, for my fleshy bits. And the waist here is just really simple. It's got that same kind of pinstripe plus flower texture that the inner layer of the dress has, and I think that striping is going to be extremely flattering, like slimming, and it's going to help enhance the waist and the silhouette even if I'm not wearing it with a belt. And these sleeves, oh my goodness, these sleeves. I just really love this style of sleeve on things, and I've never really been able to try it out for myself yet, but it does have 2 layers of elastic, and there definitely seems to be plenty of stretch for me, so maybe I went a little overboard requesting 44 centimeters, but I think it's still going to be better to have it looser and more comfortable. This neckline with the multiple layers of lace and ruffles is everything to me. I cannot wait for my chest to just kind of out of me. It's very Rococo. It's exactly what I was looking for. Please do not jump. Wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend. Sit tight with your bunny buddies, okay? It does seem like the neckline is a fixed size, so it's not going to stretch a whole bunch, and it doesn't feel like there's elastic in through the shoulders either, which means that it's probably going to hold its structure better over time, but it does give me slight pause as far as how it's going to fit my shoulders and how the style looks on my broad shoulders. Gotta cross my fingers there for sure. Looking at the back, here is a view of the shirring. It is about a quarter shirring, so I think it should be enough to get me in and out of this thing, but also there is a invisible zipper underneath the arm on the left-hand side, so I'm not worried about being able to get it on my body. I'm just worried about what it's gonna look like once it's there. Overall, I don't have a whole ton of time to do a full like 3-coordinate video, and I'm not sure I have 3 different ways I'd want to coordinate this dress. I mean, I've got the different ribbon belts and I would do a cord for each color, but I feel like that would get pretty repetitive anyway, so my plan as of right now is to stick to 1 coordinate if it fits me. I want to go for a classic red Chemise a la Reine look. It's not Rococo, but I do have this really lovely Victorian style classic straw hat with red ribbon that I think will go really nice with this, and so I'm gonna try to keep this very classic, very basic, very simple and streamlined. What you see is what you get. 1 look, just as intended, and honestly that's all I wanted out of this dress anyway. I don't really know what else I would want to do with this dress, but if you have an idea of how I could use this OP in more than one way, please leave it in the comment section below and I will let that percolate. Okay, I think it's time to get changed. Wish me luck that this will fit my Lolita body, because I really, really want this dress to work out. Fellow-litas, let me tell you, any expectations I had for this dress set, they have been blown out of the water. The fit is better than I could have dreamed. The belts all look amazing. It's so super comfortable. It is airy. It is lovely, and with very little effort or accessorizing, I already feel like basically the most beautiful Marie Antoinette fantasy is mine. Add this dress to the list of dresses I wish I had gotten married in. It is really that incredible. Now, I did end up having some issues with my hat by YGS Lolita. Mostly, I'd never tried it on with my real hair, and I'd always been able to clip it into my wigs. But when you don't have a wig to clip it into, those clips really hurt. It turns out I really had to dig those clips into my scalp to get that hat to stay on my real hair, and it just wasn't ideal, but I could definitely see trying again with a wig and getting better results with this hat. So interspersed, you'll see some shots of me wearing the YGS Lolita hat and some wearing a red ribbon that I bought from the Lolita Collective. This dress is of course accessorized with the red version of the belt that I bought. The only other things I've added are my Lolita Collective Starry A-line petticoat in pink, a pair of bodyline socks, which unfortunately fell apart right after filming this, and my favorite pair of shoes, the Summer Breeze by a Regular Choice in red glitter. Y'all, I am just gagged. Gooped, whatever you want to say. I am speechless. I wish that I could go on and on about this dress so that there would be more places to just put footage of me twirling around and spinning like an idiot, because that's all I want to do while I wear this. Somebody just take me to a French garden or a castle or something so that I can frolic. Please, please. Now, I did keep this cord very simple on purpose. I know that I could add more to it, put some pearls around my neck, could throw on some rings, some bracelets, some lacy wrist cuffs, maybe even an overdress or something like that. But I mean, I don't think it needs it. This dress is a spectacle all on its own. I can't really articulate how amazing it felt to just slip this baby on, zip it up, no friction, fabulous construction. There is plenty of room for me in the sleeves, and while I would say that I am probably broader shouldered than this dress was made for, it just widens the square of the neckline a little bit. If I was narrower in the shoulders, it would probably sit more like this naturally, but I think opening it up isn't a bad look. It's maybe a little more aero Lolita than most people would be comfortable with, but I'm a curvaceous, gigantic woman, and everything looks a little bit aero on me anyway, so I really can't complain about that. All of the structure that you might think you're seeing here is just a simple balconette bra with lace cups that are pretty formless. It could definitely accommodate a larger bust than what I've got. And the volume on the top paired with the petticoat and this belt really does make it look like my waist has been cinched a little bit, but I'm not wearing any shapewear or anything. The ensemble just proportionizes me like that. Instant hourglass figure. Overall, I see myself wearing this a lot, like a lot. I'm not sure what kind of occasions will be appropriate for this because I feel like I could wear this to a garden party or a picnic just as easily as I could wear it to a museum or a high tea meetup or a convention even. If there was some sort of Rococo version of the Ren Fair or the Dickens Fair, I would totally go to that in this as well. Historically inaccurate or not, I feel like the homage has been done justice, and I cannot get over the fact that this dress fitting me this well, plus the 4 different belts that also fit me this well, plus shipping from China and all of Spree Now's fees, still came in at less than $250 for me overall. And there are so many dresses that I have spent that much money on that have not even fit me, let alone be custom sized, perfect for my measurements. So I would say that this dress is great value. I would absolutely trust Resplendent Galaxy with my money again, and in fact, I kind of want to go check out the rest of their offerings now because knowing that they made this out of such high quality materials and that it fits me so well, like I cannot even believe. Yeah, I definitely have become an instant overnight fan. Resplendent Galaxy, A+, great job, would buy again. So I have no choice. I must give this dress 5 biceps, and actually, I think this dress has earned a double bicep! I don't want to change out of this to go to Thanksgiving, but I also don't want to drop cranberry on the front of this, so I'm going to change out of it because I don't know how washable it is. If you've bought anything from Resplendent Galaxy, or if you have another Taobao shop that you recommend for plus size garments, please leave it in the comment section below. I would love to hear about it and find something as amazing as this to add to my wardrobe next. If you found this video interesting, satisfying, or informative, please give it a thumbs up to help me out with the YouTube algorithm. And of course, I do have to ask you to subscribe because that is what we YouTubers do. Please subscribe if this plus size Lolita content is of interest to you. I try to put out a new video every week, except when I'm doing a live stream. Follow me on Instagram at Elvira Wrestling for more coordination pics, info on my live streams, previews of things that I'm going to unbox, and occasionally wrestling garbage as well. I just want to finish this video off by saying that November 28th is actually the 1-year anniversary of me starting this channel in earnest, and now all I want to do is make Lolita related videos. So thank you so much to the 1,200 or so of you who have subscribed already, and to those who have been here with me for that whole year. Thank you so much, especially. You are amazing, and I so cherish your support for this channel and for me. Okay, enough gushing. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way till the end. I have been Elvira. I am a plus size, tall, and swole Lolita, and now I've drawn this out as long as I possibly can, and I have to go change out of this to go see my in-laws. Bye!